Okay, it's on. So I'm gonna just reduce the volume of my TV. Just watching the highlights of India and Pakistan Women's World Cup T20 2026. So why does a snake why does a snake bites? Why does it bites? So snake, he has it, right? He has something. He has everything, really. Snake just sits and takes the energy. It's it knows, right, where to get the joy from. So snake is basically the world champion of taking the energy that it needs to fulfill its needs, right? It's the master, right? So if it wants joy, it knows where to go and get the joy. If it needs to fulfill its lust, it knows how to go and fulfill its lust. If it needs to remove grief, it knows how to suck the life out of someone who is joyful, take the joy from him, fill his cup. It knows. And it knows in who has it. So if it's in moment of grief, and it doesn't have bliss, it knows who has the bliss, right? And it also knows person who's in grief and what it needs. So if the person in grief needs bliss, this person is going to tell him, oh, okay, I got this cup for you. It's going to give you bliss, because this guy needs bliss. He's going to get him the cup, but before he gives him the cup, he pulls the cups away, and he will say, will you give me $1, right? And because he needs bliss, he will, if he has $1, he's going to get the $1, right? He's going to get the $1, and then he's going to give the cup, and cup is going to be full of shit. The cup is not even going to give him the bliss, right? That's why I tell you, the work that I do is uncomfortable. It's a hard pill to swallow. The Clarity Eye of the Universe program, it's a hard pill to swallow, and it's not for everybody. But my clients, the previous clients, are strong people. They have already got the program, they endured, and they have already been living good lives. Dallas Weaver has got his girlfriend who is doing exceptional healing work, and he's supporting that. See, he's a man, but he's letting the women take the reign and lead, and he's being a strong man who's not giving up on her as she expresses herself into the world to demonstrate healing, right? So that's one example of my client. Another client is Mr. Sutton. His wife has created a whole community of creatives, and he himself is amazing worker, and he creates beautiful arts, and he clears the energy of his hometown every single week. Every day he's posting picture, he's clearing literally the aura of the city, because he is a light worker, he's a seer, he's an energy healer, right? So snake, coming back to snake. So what snake does, it knows, it's the champion of needs, right? It knows what's needed, how to get it, and it's know who needs what, how to provide it, and how to if somebody has something and the snake doesn't want them to give it, they will have every block, every restriction, everything in place to be able to not let person to have something they want to have, right? Bridging it back to the Maori community, right? So if there is a social dancing community, they will be welcoming all the white people, Pakia people, and they will also welcome me because I have the joy energy, right? But they will not welcome a Maori person. If a Maori person shows up in his strength, he's go, hey, kumate, oh, because he's got the energy, he's got the power, and his power is inherent. It's like God-given power, right? But they will not accept his power here in this situation. Basically, they will not welcome a Maori person into a normal community scene where everything in the world is like social well-being, social happiness, social joy, social privilege, really. So all the social privilege is there, and this guy, Maori guy, will be deprived of that by creating restrictions and blocks, right? Okay, that was a tough one. Now, everything is a privilege in life, right? So we're talking about money is not experience. We're talking about experience part of money, right? So money is a byproduct of experience. If you run through a day with a good experience, without any causing problem, no accident, nothing, money is already there. It's coming. It's just tools, like bank has to transfer money from here to there. It's like a passing ball around, right? I'm so late with this one, bro. Like, I really should have done this early on. Um, but money is just like passing the ball around, and then you have experience around money, right? So, in New Zealand, they pay you per week, which is good, right? That you have access to money every week, and you don't have to wait for a month to get the access to money, which is nice. And in an ideal world where I will be the boss, I would make it daily accessible. You go to work and get the money daily paid up. That will create more jobs, and that's nice. Like, it's these are healthy jobs, financial people paying money to each other. Instead of putting people in prisons and getting employment out at prison, instead of having so many military and undercover cops killing people, separated from family, bad experience, not enjoying the family life. And then behind the scene, if a military guy goes to a different country, his wife is cheating because she needs companionship. All these things behind the scene, it's messy, right? So what we want to do is we want to create jobs that are easily accessible. We want to create communities that are connected, where companionship is not missing. So when we are not missing companionship, we have good companies all around, spiritual, emotional, practical companies, whatever we need. When everything is easily accessible, money is non-existent concept, really, if you see that, right? So it's experience. So snake is the experience. Snake understands the system. It understands humanity, and it understands the spirit of someone. It understands the not spirit, energy. It understands the energy of everything, right? And I think snakes are gifted. I'm not a snake, so I don't have ability to be able to read energy or see energy in a very fast manner. Like, fast manner, snakes are people that can read energy, look at you, and they know everything about you. So whether it's a girl or whether it's a guy, they just know it, right? And then they don't do anything. They will wait, and they will wait for your weak moment, and they say this is your trigger, and they will trigger it. They poke it, and they will push you off center. They will trigger you when you're off centered. You're out of alignment. And alignment is when you are aligned into your actions. Your spirit, your energy, and your body are into alignment. You're straight, you're focused, you locked in. That's the word, locked in, right? So they don't let you lock in. They don't let you experience what you need to experience. Take your time to have experience. There is always a pressure, right? So money, existential pressure is just created. So if you see money is non-existence, all you need is this body and breathing. I could do better with money. I could have a laptop. I could have a clear, background cameras and production unit. I could hire a branding team to do branding work for me. But you see, I just need this $200 phone to be able to deliver an experience. And I know some people could do better. I could do better with quality, and I could create a better experience for everybody. But I cannot, because I'm limited. Limited is how I'm limited, because undercover people may have already spread the word. Government already have categorized me as a criminal because I'm on a job seeker benefit here in India, here in New Zealand. So what happens with the job seeker benefit thing is that you get some certain amount of money, and you have to do certain obligations. So you have to basically apply one job and make sure you're committed to applying a job, and then you get that much money to live, right? And to eat and breathe. And the person like me, who has no alcohol addiction, who has no other addiction, who just manages energy very well, right? So I manage my resources very well. And after 40 plus years in my life, I've realized that as a single person, like $500 is it's very fair, decent money for somebody to live, And so this is the new system. This is a beautiful system. It's like, you get paid for a little bit, for not working, as long as you can remove guilt and shame on looking for a job. So basically there is no fear. So if you lose a job, there is no fear. You have a standby in New Zealand, which is good. And we want everybody to come to New Zealand? No, we want everybody to apply these systems into their own respective countries. Anybody who doesn't have a job, until they find a job, government supports them to find a work, and they have to only do certain obligation, like apply one job, take that training for the job, and move your needle, move the needle. As long as you're moving the needle, you're getting paid, and that's the fantastic system, right? And if somebody has a job, they want to have a better experience, more quality, want to have travel money, want to have explore life, go to different countries, want to give, see, you must, sometimes it's just you have to get the job to give more. You want to give more money to people that have been done wrong in life. So that's another one. So snake, coming back to snake again and again. So snake is the master of this energy dynamics, social dynamics. Energy dynamics is really human social dynamics, and it understands human are resources. And once you master the human energy and resources, you can really move them anyways. So what is the trigger? When somebody triggers you, they move you. They move your emotions from, if you're joyful, they trigger you to make you feel sad. If you're sad, a good snake can make you feel better. So good snake, I've not experienced any good snakes so far, right? But bad snakes, unhealthy snakes, snakes that are unfit for the society, there are line of them, right? And I will be diving deep into that one in business who created, and I will be explaining every single incident about him. And then there is another in social community. There are a couple of them here, and I will be also sharing my ideas about them too. Not ideas, details of how they go into society, how they steal energy from other people who are unaware, and then how they use it to their advantage. But when somebody else wants the same thing, they bite them in the energy. And when you're getting bitten in your energy, you're feeling constantly uncomfortable, like something is biting your head, your shoulder, your body. How is it possible where you're eating 3 good meals, you're exercising 5 times a week? How is it possible for you to feel fatigue? How for you to feel like pain coming out of nowhere, right? It's not possible. It's not possible. So it's created by snakes. Snakes can access the energy field. It's called aura, and they can bite that aura. So once the energy is being stolen from the aura, physical illnesses like weak bones get weak. Your eyes may blur, you can't see properly. So it's like movement. So snakes are able to move your energy from distance. It's the advanced level of snakes, human snakes. They don't need a physical biting. People can access your energy field, and they can bite and steal your energy from the energy field, right? So more on this. So essentially snake know how to get it, and it knows how the system works, right? So it knows how the system works, the law system. So it knows how to get the money, say $1 million, and it know how the system works. So how Philippines, the dollar value is high, and Philippines, he can have cheaper labor. And if he make $100,000, he will only have to pay like $500 to cheap labor in Philippines, and then he can get a lot of money, and he can sit on that money, right? But when somebody else gets that same understanding and want to give more to Philippine people, share the profit, snake will be doing everything. It will attack them on all levels. It's like a message. It's like an undercover security system that goes everywhere. Everything is controlled. New Zealand, America, this undercover, this military system, it's got access to everything. Like, for example, Google, right? If I put my documents onto Google, it will have access to all the military systems, ICE, undercovers everywhere. They can control it, right? They can control it, and I'm okay with that. If people can want to control that thing, that's fine. But I don't want any system to control people's happiness. So I want systems to set up in a way where they're only used for as logistics, to move things from one place to another place. Stripe is my payment system. I use it, and it moves things very efficiently. The energy moves very efficiently. Kiwi Bank has been a very good bank to me. A couple of every week, the customer service staff, even though they're workloaded, they're very good system. We have a cooperative bank here. They share the profit. So you put your money, certain level of profit comes to you. And I want to keep my life simple. I don't want to keep my life like very, very constricted in terms of anything. Cooperative bank in New Zealand, if you open an account and you keep the money, every year they share profit with you, and nobody knows. It's just information. Money is just information, knowledge, right? And snakes do not let you have access to these things, the information that works, information that's good. And they will not also let you have access to me. They will play with the algorithm on a day-to-day basis. And they will be sitting in somewhere and they will block my website. We have a healer who can go into building and clear the stuck up entities, basically people that died in various buildings due to killing. Their spirit, their energy is still, like, not left because they're not happy, right? And there are healers, that light workers, that can come into building and they're experts to clean the energy which is needed in Wellington. It's a big market for jobs, like, there are ladies working on this, but a snake system built out of snake would not let them access and make money out of these issues that are already happening, by solving that problem. um, so what will happen, a healer will create a website, and he will go about his business and stuff, and it's a 60-year-old healer. He doesn't have technology expertise and stuff. So what will happen, after 2 days his website will be blocked and he might not come back. People are visiting his website. Same thing happened to me all the time, and I know it, but I know when the issue needs attention. So anyway, so basically a healer's website will be blocked by the system, and anybody who is visiting the website, there will be a bad experience from behind the scene, right? So snakes is all about working behind the scene. There are good snakes, bad snakes. So system is made up of snakes. So if we remove the snakes from the system and we put the right leaders, especially women, really, who know good and bad, and we provide them the support. If they need something, it gets done, right? And a good man can support that, right? So what am I saying here is, Queen Goddess, it has an energy and it has intuition. It can lead us, it can provide us, right? It can provide us with the direction. So men just need to be there to support, really, guiding is women. But a snake, what he will do, he will know that she has the energy, she will provide the energy, and he will just be sitting there to just steal her energy and drain her out until she gets tired. And once she gets tired, bam, he'll take advantage of her. He'll take from her something, maybe make her feel more low self-worth in the moment when she need self-worth support, like encouragement. So I'm an encouragement coach for Firebirds and Black Caps, working towards it. I'm not yet, but working towards it. All right, cool. Guys, I'm gonna share more on snakes, because this is the money is all about snakes. So we'll be coming up with more live examples and stuff. And hope you enjoyed this lesson, this talk, this episode. You can name it whatever you want to name it, and I will see you in the next one.